December 1st, this is the decision day for where people can find out if they've been accepted into schools. Now, just because you may not have heard back by this date doesn't mean that you won't be hearing back at all. In fact, I myself, along with many of my friends, not only found out about acceptances after December 1st, but even had interview invitations after December 1st. So this video is going to be dedicated for those still waiting to hear back and who may need some advice in terms of how to reach out to schools and what to tell them during this time after December. So stay tuned. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another One Mission DMD video. My name is Teham Saud, and I'm a third-year dental student at ASDO, aiming to help aspiring dental students and together learn about all things dentistry. Timestamps for the video are going to be right over here, so feel free to scroll along to any parts of this video that you think are going to be most worthwhile to you. This is hands down one of the most stressful times for any college student that's beginning to graduate or who's already graduated, figuring out what to do with this dental school application and just the waiting game, right? So in this video, I'm going to be going over things that you can do to improve your chances. So let's get into it. Okay, I'm starting off this video by demything a misconception about applying to dental school. On December 1st, yes, this is when schools are going to be sending out loads and loads of acceptances to multiple students, right? Now, when students get acceptances on December 1st, statistically, that means that they've probably been accepted to more than one school. So this means that dental schools over-accept the number of students that they do from the actual number of students that will actually be a part of that class. And the reason for that is because these students have a certain time that they have to respond to the school by. So just because a student was offered acceptance doesn't mean that that spot has been locked in for the class. Does that make sense? So a lot of students start freaking out and start emailing admissions and ask, oh, how much of the class is filled up? Is there still any space? Like on December 3rd, they'll be emailing this. And it's too early to ask that because there's a certain amount of time that has to pass by for a student to commit to a school. And that won't start becoming like an actual number until sometime in January. Because by then, all of the students that were accepted into schools responded back to the school saying, I'm declining the acceptance or I'm accepting it. And this is exactly why dental schools continue interviewing after December, because they have to fill in those seats for the students that declined acceptances into their schools. So relax, take a chill pill. Just because you weren't accepted on December 1st doesn't mean that you don't have a shot. Okay, now that that's over with, let's get to the content of this video. So one of the first few questions that prospective dental students have when they're applying and they haven't heard back by December 1st is, what's a letter of intent, what's a letter of interest, and when do I write both? So a letter of interest is typically written by a prospective dental student who has still yet to interview with the school in question. Now, what to say in this letter, it's kind of simple. You just say, hi, I'm a prospective dental student. I really like your program. I applied and I would graciously accept the invitation for an interview. Something like that. A letter of intent kind of takes it to the next level where it's typically written by a prospective dental student again, but in this case, preferably by a student who's already interviewed at a school who has yet to hear back. So again, in this letter, you'd say that, hi, I interviewed at so-and-so school. I really enjoyed my time. I like the school. I like the culture, yada, yada, yada. And then say that if offered acceptance, you would graciously accept and be a part of the program. Now, I'm not going to go over like the entire structure of what to put in the letter, but I'm going to put a link in the description of what I sent to the school that I was accepted into. So go ahead and check it out if you need an example. Now, if you're applying to dental schools, a really good thing to do is to reach out to dental students attending that school. They can give you a lot of insight about the school They can kind of give you a feel for the culture of what you can expect from the school and how the faculty is going to be like, because you're going to be dealing with these people on a day-to-day basis. So definitely reach out to some dental students at dental schools, because they can even serve as mentors for you. They can kind of give you information in terms of where the school's at in terms of filling the class that you're trying to be a part of, stuff like that. So definitely reach out to dental students, because they can be a really good source of information. Now, everyone's situation is different, and I've actually covered this in a video where maybe doing a post-bac might be something that you may need to consider. So if you've kind of struggled in undergrad and your GPA is kind of low, you can always go back as a student even after graduating from college and take these post-bac classes. You can take any upper level science classes, or even retake some classes you may not have performed well in while you were in college. The benefit of doing this is that it not only increases your cumulative GPA, but it can also increase your science GPA. So even if you graduated already, it would still count towards your cumulative GPA. So it's something really good to supplement with your application, especially during that fall semester where the application's ongoing. So definitely look into that and check out the video where I went into detail about everything that you should look out for and kind of what I did when I was applying. Now, there's obviously a limit in terms of how much your GPA would budge, right? After taking so many hours of courses, taking, like 5 to 7 courses won't really affect your GPA that much. But after you finished improving it to the best of your ability and you still feel like you need some more experience with coursework, maybe looking into a master's is something you might want to consider. And I too also made a video about this exact topic. So go ahead and check out that video where I kind of cover if doing a master's before dental school is something you might want to look into.
So I don't know why, but I completely forgot to film this part, but I really wanted to include it, so here it goes. Updating your academic coursework in your ADSAS application. For the main dental school ADSAS application, I remember there being an academic update period in December that would let you update schools with whatever coursework you may have been involved in during your fall semester. The reason for this is because dental school applications open and end prior to the completion of the fall semester of college. Now, this can serve as a great benefit for you if you are still in school, whether it's for undergrad, post-bac, or a master's. And the reason for this is because if you performed well, it would be a great idea to show schools that so that they can have a strong reason to invite you for your interview. And another reason is because if accepted into dental school, you'll have to provide these updated transcripts anyway. So you might as well get the ball rolling so schools can kind of get that information as it comes in. So definitely make sure to update your ADSAS application during that December academic update period.
Okay, the last thing would be to potentially retake the DAT. Now, I've said this many times in prior videos. If you broke a 20 on your academic average and you broke a 20 on your total science and you have nothing less than a 17 in any section, please do not take it again. Now, there's going to be some schools that won't accept a 17 in any section, no matter which one it is, but your best bet would be to reach out to the schools individually and ask them what their cutoff scores are for any section. Some schools will have a really hard, strict cutoff score that if you kind of score below that, then you may not be considered. But other schools don't have a hard set score for a cutoff. So only reaching out to the schools individually is going to give you that, correct information in terms of knowing if you have a shot there or not. Those are the few things that I just wanted to share. I know it's a very stressful time with December 1st with everyone around you and everywhere on DAT Bootcamp's Facebook page and SDN just, saying, oh, I got accepted and this and that, and it can be kind of depressing if you haven't heard back yet, right? So this video is really dedicated to you guys. Just keep on, having your vision, be clear-headed, and just know that just because you weren't accepted on December 1st does not mean that you won't be getting in. Now, to those who are watching this that just maybe have another interview or something like that, congratulations if you've been accepted, but keep in mind that not everyone around you may be getting accepted at the same time you are. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind and just be respectful of, I think. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, you took something out of it. And if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments, or you can email me at onemissiondmd@gmail.com. Definitely check out the podcast here on this channel, guys. There's so much helpful material here where we spoke with people from different backgrounds at different levels of their careers and education and everything. We covered everything from pre-dental student questions. We covered everything regarding what to expect from your first year of dental school, your second year of dental school, your third year of dental school, your fourth year of dental school, how some students had to apply 5 times to get into dental school. We spoke with dentists who've currently been working in the field for 2 to 3 years, what to consider in terms of getting an associateship versus going into private practice. Definitely check out the podcast, guys. Also, we're live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. So definitely check it out. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.